Hi, here's a quick video on how to use Adobe Audition for the first time. So you just pull up the platform and it should look something like this. If you want to record something, then just hit this button, title it, new recording. I put in mono track. The sample rate should be 48 and then the depth is 24. That's how I learned it. And it should be mono track when you're recording like your voice. Cool. And then I could just say whatever I want and it'll capture it. So then I pause it, then I just hit play. That's cool. I don't need to record anything for the session I'm working on, but that's just how you do it. And then it saves in this area right here and you have it. But if you want to go right into editing, you title the session. Cool. Titled it. I have this new recording if I wanted it. I don't want to use that. And I have the files on my computer, so I'm just gonna pull them up. So I double click and I find the item I'm looking for. Okay, now I have everything on the side that I want. So the first track, I'm just gonna put my audio. Click OK. I'm gonna put that's dialogue just because it is. I have a sound effect that's gonna go on the third layer for me. That's where I want my sound effects. Then I have the audio on this rack. So you could title your tracks if you want, like background music, vocals, something like that. Let's get to editing. So I'm gonna find my favorite bit of music that works as a background. Okay, I like this part. Also, I'm just using the space bar to kind of pause and start everything. You could also use the buttons down here. Also, how I zoom out and in is I'm just pinching my fingers on the mouse pad, the trackpad, so just like in and out like normal as long as you're hovering over the screen. Then I'm doing Control K to cut this, so now they're two separate things. Gonna cut wherever there's kind of a normal stop, which is nice. You can kind of see it with how the track looks. Then I don't want to delete my stuff because maybe I want it later, so I'm just gonna pull it all the way back and separate it. But this could work for the background music. Hear how it sounds. Fades in and out super nice, but it's kind of long, so I might cut it down. I could either just like do this to make it shorter or longer, or I could again Control K. Then let's put this all together. I'm putting it all together right now, and so it sounds something like this. Now, as you can tell, like the song is super loud and my voice is super quiet, so to change that, I just go hover over here and you can change how loud or quiet something is. So this, I can turn it up to maybe, we don't want it too high, so like maybe 4. And this, I want to turn it down like a lot, like 10 because it's just in the background. And let's see how that sounds. Cool, that sounds good, but maybe we want it to fade in and out so you can hear a little more of my voice and it flows better. So to do that, there are these buttons and you just drag it as you please. The lower, the less you'll hear it, the higher, the more you'll hear it, but you kind of get the idea. It's pretty visual, so it super helps. And then even on this side, I'll make it fade out with my voice kind of, so it looks kind of even. And let's see. So that sounds really good. And then I'm just gonna add this little sound effect at the bottom because I think it might sound nice. Now it's kind of long, a little loud also, so I want to fade it, something like this. So I just taught you how to change the sound of everything, so on this little button, or even you could do, and then I taught you how to do fades on Audition also, how to record, and yeah, that's kind of the basics in Adobe Audition. To end your session, I'm just gonna pull all my clips up to the front, and then I click on File, Export, Multi-Track Mixdown, and you could either do entire section or selected clips, either works. then it all looks good. You could either save it as an MP3 or maybe a WAV file, but probably an MP3. And everything looks good. Click OK, and you are good to go. You've done your first audition thing. Congrats.